Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Well, I've got to be honest, I was struggling to shake off the post-Bauma fatigue. I got back to running again last night. Oh, it was hard. My legs hurt today, but I just can't get enough sleep either. I think I do shows like Bauma fueled mostly on adrenaline and caffeine. There always seems to be something else to see, someone else to speak to, something you dare not miss. And then when the show's over and done with, your body just crashes. But it was worth every second of it. And to those so-called publications and channels that didn't bother to attend, are you sure this industry is for you? Now we have a jam-packed show for you today. So without further ado, let me roll the intro, post the question of the day, which relates to one of the news items we've got for you. And we're going to get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It is Wednesday, the 2nd of November, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, we're in conversation with the head of demolition machines at Senebogen. We look back at Bauma 2022 through the eyes of compaction equipment pioneer Aman. We're talking future fuels with both Sunward and JCB, and we will show you just what it takes to make the most impressive stand at Bauma. Plus, Doosan put on an impressive display at Bauma 2022, and we have some exclusive footage for you. We'll get to all of that in just a second, but first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to English monarch Edward V and to American frontiersman Daniel Boone. Happy birthday also to the Queen of France and general cake enthusiast Marie Antoinette, actor Burt Lancaster, to Friends star David Schwimmer, and to rugby star Danny Cipriani. Many happy returns to them, one and all. So, in addition to roaming the halls and the aisles and the highways and the byways of the Messermünchen in Germany, I managed to record a bunch of interviews with some really, really interesting people. Many of those interviews are currently going through the editing process as we speak, and we'll be bringing you more of them in the coming days, weeks and months. However, we have one for you right now, and this one features a discussion with Alexander Sturm, head of Senebogen's demolition division. So sit back and enjoy this conversation.
And we are very proud, and I'm very happy to present our very new demolition machine outside on Bauma this year. And I think it's very, very interesting and a great machine. It's our 830. It's a 48 tons machine. The bolt heat is 23 meters. The undercarriage, we have a telescopic tracks from 3 meter for transport to 450. We have, of course, our famous and very common Cummins engine, and in total we have 2 equipments till now for the machine, and we have our fully hydraulical quick change system to change the boom. The 830 is really a multifunctional machine, and outstanding definitely is our lifting cap, because this cap enables the driver to have the perfect overview on the job site, the perfect view to the tool, and of course the cap or the sitting position enables a very safe work, because the driver is not in the dangerous zone on the ground, but he is above 4 to 5 meters over the ground. And I think the cap, in combination of course with our other features, makes the new 830 definitely a very flexible machine, up to 23 meters, with all the features to have a very, very fast transport because of telescopic tracks, or for example our fully hydraulically deposit-able counterweight. The cap in general is we took it from our material handlers. we use our knowledge of the material handling machines. As you know, we are one of the leading companies or suppliers for material handling machines, and we use our knowledge and took it also to the demolition machines. And I think one reason why other suppliers don't copy the system with the lifting cap is that it's not that easy to have to bring a lifting cap on a demolition machine, because you have to have a very big knowledge, because the steel frame and the lifting construction has to be very strong, because, as you know, for the demolition jobs there are a lot of strong powers, a lot of forces going down to the machine and also to the cap, and I think this is not that easy to bring a cap like this on a demolition machine, and maybe this is the reason why other suppliers don't do that, because they don't have the knowledge till now. So the quick change system for the boom is our own system, our own engineered Sennebogen system. This means we offer different equipments for the machine. You can change between the equipments, and of course for quick change system for the tools. There we can mount different types of quick change system, like All Quick or other brands. But the quick change system for the equipment is our own system, and yeah.
Really was a fantastic looking machine, and I'm really grateful to Alexander for giving me his time on the stand. Personally, I'd love to see some Sennebogen machines here, demolition machines anyway. I honestly believe that raising cab or elevating cab is potentially a great safety feature, and that's why I made it my question of the day. It looks like some of you agree with me. But just imagine that system on something like a bridge demolition project. You'd pretty much be eye to eye with the very thing that you're demolishing. But let me have your thoughts. Now, that was just a clip from a longer film that will be appearing on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, next hour or thereabouts. But you can view it already using the link that I've just posted in the chat. If you were here yesterday, you might recall that our question of the day related to the point at which electric machines make way for hydrogen fuel machines. Will it be at the 8-ton operating weight class, as Ken Hatcher suggested? Will it be at 10 tons, 15 tons? Well, based on this from Chinese manufacturer Sunwood, it might be closer to the 20-ton mark. Now, I've just been informed that our friend Alexander Sturm from Sennebogen is actually in the chat at the moment over via LinkedIn. If you've got any questions you'd like to direct directly to Alexander or the Sennebogen team, now is the perfect time to do that. Now, sticking with the subject of future fuels, we've had a lot of questions about how a hydrogen machine is actually fueled. Well, the fine folks at JCB have now produced a film and shows it's pretty much the same and pretty much as easy as fueling a diesel machine. to say a very quick good morning to my friend Jeff Pinion from Brock, UK. Morning, Jeff. Good of you to join us. I'm sure I'm supposed to be looking at something else. Oh, yes. So we were asking about how you refuel a hydrogen machine. Now you know this. Going to say a very quick good morning to John Paul Fitzmaurice from Fireward. All your fire suppression needs taken care of in one place. Sunward, not Sunward, Fireward. We've already had Sunward, Fireward. Go and have a look at the chat. And you'll see John Paul Fitzmaurice watching there. Now, looking across the outside area of the Bauma 2022 showground, it was impossible to miss a bright red pyramid-style tower that dominated the skyline. That tower belonged to compaction equipment specialist Aman, and in addition to acting as a highly visible landmark, the tower was also a beacon of innovation.
It's been an amazing Bauma with so many great visitors coming by the Aman booth.
Bauma 2022 certainly had a modern look, with Aman unveiling many innovative new machines, and some new plant technologies getting some attentions too. The demonstration area is always popular, and this year was no exception. New machines that feature electric drives without sacrificing productivity were the showstoppers. Customers also wanted to learn more about Aman's concrete mixing plants and Aman's advanced asphalt recycling system. The mini paver is always a big hit at the show, but the big pavers and rollers were popular stops as well. Many visitors took first-hand looks at some new Aman technologies. One of them is ServiceLink, a digital telematic management tool. There was some smart compaction technology to review as well. All good things must come to an end, but there is good news. You can visit Aman's microsite for a comprehensive review of the product that we featured here.
And now it's time for the show to end. Time for our breakthrough electric drive compactor to roll into the sunset. And for our lightweight champions to exit the ring. See you at the next Bauma.
I will press on in just a second, get back to that. But question of the day, yes, why wouldn't you have an elevating cab on your demolition machine? Demolition equipment becomes a tool carrier and is potentially static for the majority of its working day. Totally agree, 100%. And I'm sure Alexander Stern will be delighted to hear you say that. Let's have a look. There's just another one come in. Ken Hatcher. She did look nice. I didn't get to meet her, but she did look very nice indeed. But hats off to Aman for a superb display of new equipment. Now, we need one of these.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
On yesterday's show, we showed you the R9300 mining excavator that stood outside the massive Liebherr stand. Now, while the equipment was the main talking point, the Liebherr stand itself was a marvel. How much did it cost? 5 million euros? 10 million euros? More? Who the hell knows? But whatever the cost, we thought it was worth a closer look. That is literally months of work for a structure that is in full use for just 1 week. I think that demonstrates Liebherr's commitment to the sector, and it's just one of the many reasons why the company's name is so synonymous with the Bauma show.
Since the finance bill came into effect in April, the construction industry has seen a surge of fuel thefts. The rising cost of living has placed an additional risk of theft by employees and contractors, as well as opportunistic thieves. By using diesel dye and placing warnings of its use, you are sending a clear message that this is your fuel.
Okay, people, it's time for a trip down very recent memory lane as we bring you yet another Messer Munchen memory. If you saw our show on Monday, you may recall that I had to apologise for the audio quality on our Hydrema electric ADT film because the nearby stand, Doosan demonstration, was very loud. Well, I've stripped out the sound, mainly to avoid getting myself a copyright strike. And this is what the Doosan demonstration looked like. And I'll be right back after this with some new teeth. Yeah, Doosan put on one hell of a show. In fact, it was so good that I actually continued to watch even after I put the camera away. Now, before I draw a veil over today's show, we have a very quick bonus film to show you. So you know how we've said in the past that the controls on an excavator are actually quite similar to the controls on a PlayStation or an Xbox? Well, Komatsu has taken that notion to its ultimate conclusion. I saw that machine being demonstrated at Bauma 2022 inside the Komatsu stand, and they were using precisely that control. So is that the thing that will finally convince the youth of today to pursue a career in the noble art of construction? We shall see.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up the main part of this morning's show. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. If you can't stick around for that, then please stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. But if you do have the time and the inclination, I will see you on the other side of this.